You're watching Yellowstone in Depth. Yellowstone's wolves are back, and biologist Doug Smith is hunting them with a camera. "70 years ago, hunters silenced the last of Yellowstone National Park's original wolves. Today, their howls once again echo through the valleys as new wolves reclaim their voice in the park.
How successful has wolf restoration been to Yellowstone? I think the best way to think about it is when we did this, no one knew what was going to happen. There's so much wolf hatred that we thought all the wolves would be shot and killed. And so no one knew. And I remember a time when I was wondering what was going to happen. And one day I heard the wolves howl in Lamar, and that sound to me was the sound of success.
Success is starting to sound a little different. Wolf watchers, hundreds and thousands of them, have transformed Yellowstone's once quiet northern range into a wolf-watching metropolis.
Yellowstone now has become the best place in the world to view wolves. Not just the United States, but the world.
We started the wolf watching when the packs were first reintroduced in 1995 and just got glimpses of them in 95 and 96. But then starting in 97, we became more serious wolf watchers. We were really hooked.
This year will be about 7 years we've been out watching the wolves.
At this point, I come about once a month, and I'm here for the whole summer now.
Well, I've been coming out every day for almost 5 years now. That started on June 11th, 2000, and so on June 11th, 2005, it will be every day for exactly 5 years.
You just can't wait. You read about it on the internet at home, and you just think, I need more. What are they doing today?
Oh, we'll be back in September,
sure.
and then again during the winter.
Oh yeah, this will be a lifetime deal for us, for sure.
Some people warn that the constant presence of people is making wolves lose their natural fear of humans.
You can't have the most visible group of wolves in the world and not have some people problems. I mean, with some natural resources, certainly pristine ones, everybody deals with the issue of loving it to death. On the Northern Range, all the wolves are exposed to people, especially the Druid Peak Pack. They're marinated in people. And so we've really had to actively manage the people. The first couple of years, we had a hard time. And I didn't know what to do because I didn't think the wolves were going to be that visible. And I didn't think that this many people would come and to see him and persevere to see him, and that tour guides would come. And so we do walk a tightrope quite often, trying to protect the wolves, to maintain their wildness, and at the same time provide for visitor enjoyment.
What did she get? I didn't see. She was right next to them. Yeah.
If wolves become too comfortable around people, they might become bold and hurt someone. If that happens, wolves might face the firing line once more. It's up to Doug to make sure that doesn't happen.
You know, now that wolves are a phenomenon here and people come to see them, that's going to be another big part of my role, and keeping the most loved wolf population in the world safe, free. Wolves can be wolves because they're getting hemmed in by people. Well, there isn't enough room or enough wolves to go around. So we at the same time have to promote and restrict.
Wolves aren't the only animals to get a little too comfortable around people. With over 3 million visitors to the park every year, a lot of animals have become unafraid of humans, with potentially dangerous consequences. But wolves are different. With passions so high about the wolves, the animals ride a very fine line between love and hate, and it's Doug's job to make sure that that balance stays in the wolves' favor. He turns to scientific research to protect both wolves and people. Doug routinely boards a small plane and tracks the wolves from overhead via their radio collars to make sure they're staying safe and out of trouble.
Radio collaring may be one of the most important tools to modern-day wildlife biologists. It may be the single most important technique for studying wolves. And unless we know something about wolves, the controversy is going to grow. But if we know what wolves are really like and what they do, how they behave, what they eat, what they don't eat, how much they eat, all that comes from radio collars.
This is how it's done. This is our bread and butter radio tracking from a super cub. Looking down on the wolves. A lot of country, big country to cover. Can't do it on foot, can't do it on horseback, can't do it out of a vehicle. Gotta do it like this. We'd like to fly more, but they cut us back. But this is how we do it. Okay. Okay, yeah, we got the Agate Creek pack. We got some adults and pups here. We got 4 adults, 5 pups now. Okay, good enough.
From the air, Doug can not only spot the wolves, but he can sometimes even find their den. Back on ground, he and Deb Guernsey, a member of the Yellowstone Wolf Project, set out to find one of the dens that Doug has seen from the air.
I think this is it, but we can ultimately compare this against the photos. But the reason I think it's it is because look at how much more dirt is thrown up.
Doug records the size, depth, and location of each of the dens that he finds.
35 centimeters tall by 37 centimeters wide.
The information provides valuable clues as to why some wolves might be getting so tolerant of people. If adult wolves are used to people enough to dig their dens next to the road, then their pups see people from the first time they emerge from the den. By documenting the movements of the wolves, Doug hopes to give future scientists the background information they need in case they have to start managing wolves more aggressively. While the ultimate fate of the species is unknown, one thing's a given. The new wolf hunters are here to stay.
Well, I think people are fascinated by wolves because people don't really have direct contact with nature anymore. We don't have touch with wild things. And wolves may be the defining feature of wildness. And further, there's something we can't have. Wolves won't succumb to our way of life. And as humans, we want everything. Our appetites are insatiable. And so it's that not letting us have it is what makes wolves loved and hated.